just start off, I'm gonna use a clear brow gel and just get it in my brows. This part takes off all the foundation out of your brows. Of course, as you can see, like the comparison between the two. That's why I do this. And also it brushes your hairs in the right direction, keeps them down and in place. Then they look real nasty after that step. And then for the next step, I take some tissue paper, toilet paper, and just kind of fold it. And then I just press it against my brow just to get the excess gel out, and it takes out the foundation. Alright, and then I take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Taupe, and then this really old ABH brush. I'm not sure what number it is. It's either 8 or 12, I think. And then I start by putting a line underneath the beginning of the brow. I only do this when the color I'm working with is taupe. Don't do it when I'm using a darker whatever it's called, pomade. So I just make the line underneath, and then I follow my eyebrow on top. And then I basically connect those two lines. And then I fill in whatever I feel like needs to be filled in with my brow, because I've got like a weird shape here. So I just do whatever I think looks right, which I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to do the other side. I just like doing this because then the brow brush stays flat. Because when I get to the part where I fill them in, I go a little crazy and the brow brush just kind of flares out a little bit. So I just think it's easier to get the shape down first and then fill them in. That looks pretty alright. So I'm just going to start filling them in now. Can always make changes later. I make angry faces a lot when I do my eyebrows. It just helps. Helps see like this area a little bit better. And a lot of times I make like a line underneath because like, I don't know, just to like fill in the gap there. don't know, there's just always gaps everywhere. And then it's very, like, a lot lighter on my skin than it is in my brow hair area. So I just like to take some pomade and just press rather than like swipe on my skin. These brows are coming out very weird looking, but that's okay. And then I just kind of tilt my head up and look and see if there's any splotchy areas that need to get filled in. And there are a few. After that, I clean them up. The brush I use to clean them up is the Morphe M432 brush. It's just a flat brush. This brush is honestly the best. I use my Tarte Shape Tape concealer because, I don't know, this one just works pretty well for cleaning up brows. So I start in the front. I don't do the curve with this brush. I use a different brush for the curve, or for the arch, because it's really hard to get into that area with this brush. Something that I haven't done in a while is using concealer on the top part of the brow, but I just did it yesterday and it just made my eyebrow look so much better. I use the Morphe M421. It's just like a rounded brush. Good for concealer or eyeshadow. I use that for the arch of the brow. Okay. And then I set the brows, or the powder, the concealer with powder. Usually I would stop here, but this next step takes it to a whole new level, and it makes them look so good and so sharp. So I use the MAC Shade and Tint eyebrow, what is it called? Shape and Shade Brow Tint. And this one's in the shade Lingering. It's supposed to be medium brown. Looks like this. There's powder on one end and then a pen on the other side. So I just like kind of put it on a tissue first to make sure the color is good. And then I just basically line my whole eyebrow with it. Makes it look so sharp and so nice. This needs to not be so bright. Look at how sharp that makes it look. Looks so good. Except there's some brow hairs getting in the way. So I really go over like the whole brow, but the main worry is the like the tail and the outline, even though I just go over the whole thing with it. Makes it nice and sharp. And then I kind of just fill it in just to make sure the colors are blended. I bring some towards the front. And then I just use my spoolie and I just kind of make sure it's all blended. And then we do the other one. And then this also helps with the fact that the eyebrow pomade doesn't lay much color on your skin. So this just darkens that up too. See how much like more snatched these are? These are so nice. Alright, and that's the finished look. So if you want more videos, please thumbs up, subscribe. I will be making more videos soon, but it's just really a pain to edit and everything. So yeah, bye, thanks.